Welcome to Dorman Products installation video for the engine oil dipstick flange repair kit for vehicles equipped with the Ford 7.3-liter diesel V8. This installation is considered medium and should take an hour to an hour and a half to perform. Start by removing the nut that secures the dipstick tube to the post on the valve cover, treating the hardware with penetrating lube first. Disconnect the batteries to disable the electrical system. Drain the engine oil from the oil pan. Remove the starter to gain access to the dipstick flange, securing it out of the way. Apply penetrating lube to the dipstick flange and nut. Carefully separate the dipstick tube from the flange. From the top of the engine bay, lift the dipstick tube out of its mount. With the vehicle securely supported, insert the plastic retaining hook included in the kit into the dipstick flange. Using an adjustable wrench, loosen the dipstick flange nut, being careful not to round the corners of the nut. Once loosened, remove the nut by hand and slide it over the retaining hook. Wipe any loose debris from around the dipstick flange. Then position the flange so you can access the O-ring from inside the oil pan. Using a small hook tool, remove the old O-ring from the flange, being careful not to let it fall into the oil pan. It's perfectly normal for the old O-ring to be larger than the new one, as it may have expanded with age. Apply a thin film of clean oil to the new O-ring, then slip it over the retaining hook and into position on the flange. Secure the new O-ring onto the flange using the hook tool to set it, then align the flange with the notch in the oil pan. Install the flange nut over the retaining hook and thread it onto the flange by hand. Tighten the nut using the adjustable wrench, again being careful not to round the corners of the nut. When the nut is properly tightened, remove the plastic retaining hook. Remove the old O-ring from the end of the dipstick tube. Then wipe the tube clean before installing the new O-ring. Slide the dipstick tube into the flange and align it properly from the top of the engine. Once aligned, press the dipstick tube down to seat it, then reinstall the nut securing it to the valve cover. Refill the oil, reinstall the starter, and reconnect the batteries to complete the job.